According to United Nations Women, women's equal participation and leadership in the political and public life are essential to achieving the Sustainable Development Goal by 2030. Yes, however, data has also shown that women are underrepresented across all the levels of decision making worldwide, and achieving gender parity in the political space is far off. But then again, we have to keep the conversation going because we have a goal, according to the Sustainable Development Goal, to reach by 2030. And we have to keep this conversation going. And that's why we are doing this today again and talking about women's participation and leadership in politics. This is the Women Series that will capture developments and stories that impact women. I have a beautiful guest with me today. I have a real estate. She's actually a guru in the real estate, if I do say so myself. Yes, backstage, we just had the conversation about real estate, and I'm super excited to be talking to her today. She's a real estate investment consultant and the Deputy Governor Aspirant for Lagos State under the Accord Party. I'm speaking to none other than Mojisola Afolayan. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi.
You thought I was talking about some other person. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do you ever get people when they tell you, "Are you the real Mojisola Afolayan?" You get that
so
sometimes,
I'm the
right?
real Mojisola Afolayan.
I love that. I love the energy. The real Mojisola Afolayan. That's good.
Awesome.
How you doing?
Very well.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Good to be on your stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's start with real estate. How has the business been? The last time I had a conversation about real estate, I think that was in March. And it was quite interesting to know that women are actually doing quite a lot in that space. And the fact that it's actually a space for people to also create wealth and make actual money, like legit money in that space. But then again, you have to be able to put in the work. But let's hear from you as a consultant. How is the space?
Okay, so thank you so much for having me.
You're
It's
welcome.
such an honor and a privilege at the same. So yeah, my name is Mojisola Afolayan. I'm an ethics surveyor and valuer, a real estate professional, and I've done this for over 10 years.
Interesting.
So yeah, so your question when it comes to women participating in real estate, I believe strongly that women can do more. We are there, but we're not there yet. We need more women who can be deliberate with their with their future, with building wealth, especially when it comes to investing, because many times we want to invest, but maybe we want it quickly, like now. But real estate, unfortunately, is not a get rich quick scheme. Yeah, so real estate is something that you have to even be knowledgeable to make the most of it. And I always advise that women must get real estate investing education. You must speak, perform, and activate that knowledge.
Speak, perform, and
yes, so you don't just listen to it. You need to take action. So I also convey a real estate conference for first-time home buyers annually, and the whole idea is just to encourage women, especially, to say, what do I need to do? What questions haven't I been able to answer? So you come with your questions. And before that, I've written 2 books on real estate. Sorry, I don't have them yet. So I've written 2 books.
What's the title?
So one is over 100 questions. Over 100 answers to nagging questions about real estate investments in Nigeria. And the second is a property investment guide. So I'll get you your copies. Don't worry.
Thank you. I love that. I'll get you my copy. That's nice. Okay, so let's just channel this energy into politics. You have been appointed and selected as
nominated.
Nominated. That's the word.
Yes.
As a Deputy Governor Aspirant for Lagos State under Accord Party.
Yes. So
yes. I've always wondered why we have less women in politics. And by politics, I mean especially leadership. And that's like the core for today's conversation. But do you think that having women in positions of political leadership give them a distinct voice?
All right. So when it comes to women in leadership, I believe women are highly participating in that field. But when it comes to politics, I'm not really sure we're there yet.
We're not even there. We're far away.
I think the reasons is not far-fetched. For example, when I was reached out to, it was almost like, really? Like, Do you get? So many women are also in that space. Like, me, okay, no, not here to, please, please, please. I don't want, because it comes with a lot of sacrifice. It will definitely open you up to a lot of people. But I think more women, naturally, we are private people. We tend to just focus on what we have been told to focus on, which is children, house, and all that. But when it comes to even contributing, even in the office, you find out that even though women are doing so well in terms of capacity building and all, when it comes to answering questions or in meetings, they will not start saying, oh, I'm shy. But that shouldn't be the case. Women are bold. Women are courageous. We are children of God. There's no even reason why you shouldn't be bold. You shouldn't be
that. We are
courageous.
children
You
of
shouldn't
God.
be. You shouldn't be out there. Like, you are
Yeah.
playing small does not serve the world.
Yeah.
So we need more women who are courageous, who are bold, who are ready, who are befitting, because actually many of us are, but we just limit ourselves. Maybe it's self-doubt or fear or one of those reasons, but those things I call them self-limiting beliefs, and they should be suppressed totally and completely, because if women are in those positions, like you said, there will be better policies, there will be better implementation as well. So very important, more women should be in politics. Specifically, more women should take leadership positions, and it starts from your field, your industry, your company. I personally decided to do something different when it comes to real estate investing. I've always helped, many individuals invest billions of naira in real estate. But for me, it has always been, how do young people start investing? And that was how we started the Chicks Doing Real Estate Investment Club, and which is now also into a real estate cooperative where people can save towards home ownership. So it doesn't have to be something out of your way. Just take that leadership position, take that step, find problems that you want to solve, and just start doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
I took out something from what you just said now. You're playing small doesn't serve the world.
Yeah.
And that's actually the fact. It actually doesn't serve the world. But then let's move to restrictions in your view. What are the restrictions in your view that still stand in the way of Nigerian women's full involvement in politics? What are these restrictions? Because quite a number of people have mentioned that family is a big restrictions, culture is a big restrictions, barriers, and all of those things. But in your view, what are these restrictions?
I believe the restrictions you see are the things you put there, or that the restrictions, that anything that restricts you is from your mind, is what you put there, not because anybody put it there for you. So if I wanted to, in all honesty, when you were starting your question, I wanted to say, you're asking the wrong person, because I don't even see any restrictions.
It's interesting that even quite a number of women that I speak to, sorry to cut you short, quite a number of people that I speak to, they do not have that restriction. So where is the restriction coming from? Is it just a thing of the mind, or a thing of...
It is absolutely a thing of the mind, because there's really nothing. I remember speaking to my mentor one day and saying, Ma, do you think we're ready? She said, bullshit question. That if it was a guy, that I'm not sure a guy will ask that question. Even where we are today, most people will see this video and say, I really emoji, how? Because if it was a guy, he won't be waiting for anything. He's already out there talking to his friends, saying this is how we're going. We'll go run now, we'll run now, let's do this. But women, we are looking for it in a way, you ask for a letter, you ask for this. Are you sure? Okay, can I just...
Self-doubt,
so we're asking for different questions. Oh, okay, how do we do? And it's not because it's a bad thing. It's because of who we are. Women are more intentional. We don't just do things anyhow. We want to see, how does it serve the world? It's not just about us. So women are natural. Women are caring. So for me now, if you ask me why Lagos, or what would you do differently? Of course, it starts from having a vision, like I shared with you the last time when we were speaking before. Yeah. So it's about having a vision, what is working, what can be done better. And the truth is, when women are in leadership positions, there will always be impact. There will always be fulfillment, because women, naturally, we care about our neighbors. You see that maybe even in a compound or a community, it is the women that even know each other, the few women that want to know your neighbor, but the men don't really pay attention like that. Sometimes they don't even know who their neighbor is. But that's just who women are. Women, naturally, we care, and when we are not in position that matter, we also care for the people around us. So yeah, so it's important that we
I
have
totally
more
agree with,
women.
absolutely, I totally agree with that. That when we are put in such positions, definitely,
Yeah.
we outdo ourselves.
Yes.
We actually outdo ourselves. But let's talk about activism that has taken like the order of the day. We see quite a number of women actually following the route of activism and trying to create a change through that route. What tactics do you, and of course we know that it has actually not produced so much fruit as much as we would have even wanted it to produce. What are the other tactics that you think that women can use as opposed to the activism route?
Well, I will say nothing is a waste. So even the activism you talked about, there's an impact it's playing.
Definitely,
without us playing. Because they are now that before you do any political panel or any talk, you have to get the women involved. And I say kudos to women who are pushing this. We talk about the elector. There's a
yes, there's elector.
Yes, so there's elector. There's
women in politics.
Yeah, women in politics, and this particular woman that we just talked about now.
Obi is a crazy.
Yeah, Obi is Aisha Yesufu and Rinu. So all those people are doing excellent work because there is no how you want to talk about politics in Nigeria today. There will be women on the seat. There has to be women on the seat, and that's why we are here saying these people have done well. And how do we take it up? So it's also a charge, it's a call, it's an urge, it's a pledge for more women to get activated, more women to participate from the grassroots. What's happening in your neighborhood? What's happening in your community? What's happening in your industry? So yeah, more women should participate. Yeah, so
yeah, but then again, do you have any concerns about women in political leadership? That's you personally. Do you have any concerns about them? And do you believe that young women will be the ones to bring about change in women in political leadership?
Your question.
So I've asked two questions.
Yeah. So your first question.
Do you have concerns about women in political leadership?
No, the only concern is that we need more women in that space. Yes.
Right. That's your positivity. Yes. And then do you believe that young women will be the ones to bring about change?
Absolutely.
Let's use you as an example.
So for okay, using me for example.
Yes.
I'm a leader on every side. If I do say so myself.
Yeah.
And what are the qualities of a leader? A leader is objective. A leader thinks about the future. A leader is not selfish. A leader doesn't think about themselves alone. So in all ramification, I can classify myself as a leader. So even when this opportunity came, because I call it an opportunity, it's an opportunity to serve on a bigger platform. That was how I've been able to interpret it. Because I might say, oh, I've not done politics before. I've never been involved with politics before. But the truth is, it's all about governance. It's about leadership. So when it comes to leadership, I've always been a leader from as little as primary school, secondary school, being a prefect, because I actually didn't even recognize this until I created like a mini leadership CV for submission for the interview. And I realized that if not me, then who? If not now, then when? So it's very important that we see ourselves as who we are. But sometimes you might not be able to see yourself. Somebody else will see you. Because I was nominated. I was not involved in any way. So it means
they knew the
somebody
value,
saw me and said, this
yes,
Moji can be the deputy governor of Lagos State. I think that's the biggest thing that happened to me this year, because regardless, I'm like, what? You see me? Wow. Then I need to step in. I also need to reevaluate myself to be able to play up to that capacity, because many times you're a leader, people are watching, but you don't even know your capacity. So it's very important that you also pay attention. You pay attention to what people are saying around you. And many times, if you find people who have created great things, it was from those solving problems. So for me, I've never volunteered to participate in politics until you were being called upon. So I see it as a call. Like my nation calls me and I need to attend, I need to respond, I need to give them the best of myself at this time. So more women also should be called. There should be more calling, and that's why I'm also calling and pleading and saying we need to take it up, because I see a lot of flaws happening right now that if women are there, we will be able to provide solution, because women are natural solution providers. We are caregivers, we are nurturers, and we actually always find solution to every problem.
That's fine. So let me put you on the spot for a bit.
Oh,
Sorry, I just have to do this. What do you have to offer Lagos State?
Interesting. So if you ask me, what do I have to offer Lagos State? I think I'm coming from a place of being there. I was born in Lagos, raised in Lagos. So I experienced, even as of today, I've experienced the problems you and I experience. So the thing is, what am I coming to do differently? I think one of it is to empathy. I'm coming to empathy. I'm going to show empathy, and as a leader, I'm going to empathize with my people, to know that I see your struggles and I acknowledge your struggles. And I'm going to provide solutions to those struggles. So one of the things is having that humanity back. I think one of the things we have missed as a government or as a people is that humanity. We really need to care. I'm sure you've heard in the last 24 to 48 or even a week now, there have been a lot of issues where somebody is sick, because it starts from the society, from the family. You get what I mean? So you can see that a lot of things have happened a few days ago where empathy wasn't there. You see nurses videoing somebody who is sick or who is even in coma. That shouldn't be the next thing. So we want a government who is going to care. Because once you care for your people, I think automatically it just comes to your mind to say, I need to care. I need to respond to this person. How do I help? Not that people are going on the road, passing one way, and you are even the one confused that why are you passing, and they're like, madam, move. It doesn't really show empathy. It doesn't even show like you understand what your neighbor is going through. So I think first of all, we need our humanity back. We need a system that values education, a system that values healthcare, a system that values security, a system that just encourages you to be the best of yourself. So, and that also will bring about the viability of the nation, of the state. How can people trade and, make money for themselves? Why do people have to struggle? Because everybody says Lagos is for struggle. But there's a better way that we can do it. And we are yet to say we can do it better. Why do you have to harass bikers, riders, the logistics on the road every time for the same ticket they already have? Why do Agberos have to stop people and just bill people? Why do you have to park on the road and somebody is just harassing you for just staying there? So the things must be done properly. And it actually, like I said, has to come from that place of empathy. It has to come from being a leader. A leader is a leader. A leader is not a ruler. So we need to be in that place where we say, and the truth is, if Lagos works, Nigeria works, and Africa works. So more women need to be involved. More women need to be in that place of leadership. We need to step out because we already have what it takes. Sometimes you just do not know it. So this is a call for more women to get involved.
I love that. And on that note, I think we've had like an interesting conversation. More women need to get involved. A leader is a leader. A leader is not a ruler. That's very important. And women are very much up to the task. We believe in you, and we're wishing you all the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And on that note, we end today's conversation on the Women series. I hope you've learned one thing or two. A leader is a leader. A leader is not a ruler. And women need to stop playing small because the world does not need you to play small. It has never benefited the world anyway. And I think, that's a good note to end today's conversation. If you'd like to reach out to me, kindly send a mail to womenseries@proshare.co. Follow us on all our social media platforms showing on the screen. And if you would also want to listen or watch more of our videos and learn about the financial markets or the financial space in general, log on to www.proshare.co. And until next time, I am Ayomide Oguntoye. Thank you for watching.